Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Room Flicks podcast. I am your host, and with me is my co-host, Frank Darling. Frank, how are you this fine Easter morning? Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you, too. Yep, real nice day here today. Going to be in the 80s today, so it should be a nice day.
It's gorgeous out, actually, right now. It was nice yesterday, too. Nice and, not too warm, but warmer.
Yeah. It's been, it's like 80s now. It's been, low 80s.
Yeah, low 80s.
70, yeah. 90. Yeah, it's nice. It's like still a little cool at night, which is nice. Like 16 at night. So
yeah,
for us, it's cool.
The heat's coming though.
The heat's coming. Oh yeah, it's gonna start heating up definitely. So the only thing we have planned is, like I said, is you guys. That's April for now until we go on our trip. April, for the birthday party.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So
that'll be good. Yeah, that's coming up.
Did
you happen to catch any college basketball? You see UConn won?
I watched a little bit here and there. Some good games, man.
I watched a little bit of the UConn game. It was close for like the first half, whatever you want to call it, and then I went to give Cello a bath, and the next thing I know, UConn was up by like 20.
Well, they had a 30-0 run though. 30-0 run. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So the other team didn't score a point. They scored 30. That's crazy.
They said UConn hasn't lost a game since January.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It'll be nice to see the men win. And the women are holding their own. I don't think they'll beat Iowa or South Carolina, but we'll see what happens. You never know. But it's good. I like watching that stuff. It's always exciting. You never know what's going to happen.
I know.
There's a lot of upsets too, so it's pretty cool.
No, that's good. Yeah. Have you seen any new movies lately? What are you watching? Or what have you watched?
I saw Damsel. That was pretty good. That was on Netflix.
Oh, that's with girl from
Millie
Bobby Brown.
It was actually pretty good.
Really?
When I first put it on, Linda was a little skeptical. I said, "Give it a chance. Let's see what we got."
Mm-hmm.
It's good. You'd enjoy it. She plays a good part in it. She really does.
Nice.
Yeah, I think she's going to be your new down the road, your new badass. I think.
Really?
She's going to be a Jolie or one of those people.
Gotcha.
I think so. But yeah, it was good. We've been watching the Traitors, the TV series. They're really good.
Oh, really?
You got to check one of those out. I think you and
really?
Casey would love that stuff.
We watched Backcountry. It's an older movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's about a couple going in the woods.
Boy.
They go camping, and they basically get attacked by a bear.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this based on a true story or not?
Yeah, it is.
I think I saw that.
Came out in 2014. So it came out a while ago, but
I might have saw that.
It was all right. I mean, it was interesting. It was it's what you think it is. Is they're going to go out camping out in the woods and
right.
And I was telling Casey because again I like to camp every now and then, and I was like I could point out the mistakes they make because
point out the mistakes.
Well, not even the mistakes, but it's like a recipe for disaster because number one. I'm going to reveal a lot of it, but it's fine.
Yeah.
He leaves her cell phone in the car from where they're parked, so they don't have a cell phone. He doesn't take a map of the park. There's mistake number 2. Yeah. And they go on some trail they're not supposed to go on. I was like, that's mistake number 3. I was like, you can just pile up where you just know it's just a recipe for disaster.
All you got to do is leave some food out there. You'll be all set.
You might as well. Yeah. But
that's why they tell you that if you have food, you either got to put it in a pie somewhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You never learn.
So you go, see what happens. I was like, yeah. Well, they also were doing. They would have all their stuff on their backpacks, and they would walk to the camp. They would hike and walk to a little camp spot.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, you're talking isolated. Yeah. There's no one around you.
Yeah, no one there. Right.
I was like, I'm going to, and let's say last time I went was New Hampshire, Mount Washington. You drive through the mountains, and then there's a camp. It's a self-serve campsite.
Exactly. I agree totally.
And it's also there's I don't know. There wasn't a lot of, but there's 20 sites, but there's other people there.
I understand totally. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those people that do that stuff, good luck to them. Not me.
Well, and I'm like, there's also, I get alerts on the Ring app, bear in Wallingford, bear in, coyotes. I was like, you don't have to go.
There's been bears
around.
Too.
Sure, it's not a big grizzly bear like what's called, but I was like,
yeah.
But anyways, I think we're gonna watch the Ten Commandments today, so that'll be our religious thing.
We'll watch it probably for lunch.
You got to start it. You got to start it early, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I like it though, so it's not.
I did too.
At all, so.
But that's not what we're here to talk about right now, right? We're here to talk about.
No, it is not. We are here to talk about our introduction to the movie Gran Turismo.
Yep.
Are we ready here? We're going to do it.
Yeah, hit it up.
Release date was August 25th, 2023. Box office info. Opening weekend was $17 million, $122 million worldwide, and had a budget of $60 million.
That's pretty. I'm sorry to break it. That's pretty decent considering.
It is.
After like COVID opening, and this came out August, like not even a year ago.
Yeah, and I know. I agree totally with you.
This might be one of our newest movies we've done. I think.
Yes, I think it is. Yeah,
gotcha.
I think it is. Yeah, that was a good pick. Directed by Neil Blomkamp, starring David Harbour as Jack Salter, Orlando Bloom as Danny Moore, Archie Madiqui as Jan Martinborough, Darren Barnett as Matty Davis, Dijamu Husu as Steve Martinborough, and Joseph Stradowski as Nicholas Kappa. Simple synopsis: based on the unbelievable, inspiring true story of a team of underdogs, a struggling working-class gamer, a failed former race car driver, and an idealistic motorsport exec who risk it all to take on the most elite sport in the world. It did have 3 nominations. That's it. Didn't win nothing, but did have 3, which is better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
Had a runtime of 2 hours and 14 minutes, and I watched it on Netflix just like you.
Yep. I know, I did. I don't even know if they would be in for nominations. Wouldn't it be for next year? Because everything that got awards and Oscars now is all like Barbie and Oppenheimer. Those came out last year, didn't they? Or maybe a year before. I don't know. Maybe I'm
no, you're
wrong,
right.
but I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. But the awards are probably maybe. But the awards are probably nothing to do with it. They're probably just maybe a kid award or something, or
maybe,
a young.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I looked it up, but maybe an ESPY.
Could be an ESPY. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very possible. Yeah. All right. So let's get to the best part. We got Frank's 5 fun facts. What do you got, Frank?
All right. Let me see here. Fact number 1. One of the significant VFX challenges that they face with, while the tracks featured in the films are accurate tracks, the production was not going to be able to film at Le Mans for the 24-hour race in the film. This meant no filming, scanning, and no photography or any kind of were to be taking place at that location. Instead, visual effects would create Le Mans based on racing footage filmed in Hungary and additional CGI builds. So
that's pretty good.
I wonder why.
I didn't know that until I just, until I read it. I didn't know that. So that Le Mans scene, which I thought was awesome, was all made up for that.
I wonder why they weren't able to film there.
I don't know. Yeah, it could be well, it's in France, buddy. It could be. What's this? 2023 August. They're having the Olympics. I wonder if that was it. They didn't want nobody there at the time with the. We don't know where this is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it
very
could.
True.
It could be something to do with that. That's the only thing I can figure. Yeah, 'cause remember they got to build all those places for all those events they're going to have. I was there. I don't know where they're putting it all, but
yeah. I know.
Yeah, but maybe that's what it was. That's what I can figure.
Very interesting, yeah. Fact number 2: David Harbour's character Jack Salter is not real. It's just a mixture of real life characters. So I guess they wanted to,
I was reading about that too. That was interesting. Yeah.
Fact number 3: So John Martinborough gave permission for the filmmakers to include his 2015 crash at I don't know how to say this German word. Where did you?
I know.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Nürburgring. I don't know, butchering it. You know how to say that? I probably could have looked it up on the.
No, I don't have it here. I got, but I know what you're talking about.
It's
it's
in Germany.
It's almost like Nuremberg, but it's
Nuremberg.
not.
Yeah, it sounds like So I guess he felt that it would be a disservice for the audience for it to not be in there.
Right. So it really happened.
Oh yeah, it really happened. Yeah, the film got a lot of criticism for toying with the fact that by applying that his wreck influenced his driving at Le Mans. I guess the wreck took place 2 years after Le Mans. The victim was Andy Germain, who was a 49-year-old Dutchman. So that's just who he was.
Right. Oh, is that the guy that was on the? You mean the guy that he killed when the car?
Killed. Yep.
Okay. Right. One of the spectators.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's dangerous being at those. I've seen some crazy stuff happen.
I can imagine. Yeah.
To spectators. Yeah. It's dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get more into that. Let's see here. Fact number 4: Michelin is the official tire partner of the film and provide all the necessary rubber used, which can now be seen on the big screen, like Pilot Sport 4S and Pilot Sport Cup 2R for all the films, for all the cars in the film. So that's Michelin is the official tire.
Plus, it's a good too. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen one scene. He has a hat. They put the Michelin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's advertising. That's how you did it. It's smart. It's smart. Free advertising.
And for my last fact, I didn't really see much on this film, maybe because it's still pretty, brand new.
Yeah.
It's about two kind of like, I don't know if they call them cameos or two hidden people. I know we talked about the cast, but
yep.
Do you recognize the sushi chef? He goes to the sushi restaurant with the date.
Yeah, I saw that guy.
It's another guy. I'm going to butcher his name. Kazuori Yamauchi.
What's he from?
He was he's a lot of kung fu. He's just kind of popping up, brand new. But I looked on the cast building. He's up there, but they didn't have a lot of casts. Shogun, the show on Netflix, or no?
Oh yeah. I want to see Shogun. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I thought Monarch. He was familiar. Yeah. He's in Monarch too. Yeah.
Yeah. But he did a bunch of Japanese. I don't know if you call it Japanese. I think he's Japanese. Bunch of Japanese movies. So he plays one of the sushi.
I saw him. I know the guy you're talking about. And I said, I know who he is. I just don't know his name. I mean, I've seen him before. Yeah.
And also former Spice Girl Ginger Spice.
Ginger Spice.
Yeah, Jerry Hadwell. Did you know that?
Yep.
She's also married to real life. She's married in real life Christian Horner, who is the team principal of the Formula One racing team for Red Bull.
Red Bull, right?
Yeah. So it was interesting.
That's pretty wild. Yeah.
I didn't recognize her. I wrote one of my notes that she looked pretty old to be his for his mother, but
yeah.
But those are my facts. That's what I got.
It was good. It was good facts. There's a few things I didn't know in there. I didn't know about the Le Mans thing. Well, I didn't think they were really there, but I just figured it was some track. But I guess it was just all pieced together, probably.
Yeah, it was cool. See, I gotta say, like I said, it was. I'm not a big fan of racing, but I don't really know a lot about racing. But it was cool seeing Le Mans again from the Ford vs Ferrari movie.
Yes. And I told you, there's two movies, Grand Prix and Le Mans from the 70s. One's with Steve McQueen. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Okay.
And James Garner, he's in the other one. Those are excellent movies.
Really?
For that time, too. Remember, there's back then no CGI.
Yeah,
so
I know.
They're very good, very well done.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I love David Harbour in this. I love him. He's a good actor.
He's great. Yeah, he's definitely up.
He does.
He's been doing a lot.
He's like a big teddy bear, but he's a tough guy, though, man.
Mm-hmm. He looked good too. I don't know.
He did.
It seemed like
he did look good.
He's gained a lot of weight for other roles and lost it. He looked pretty good.
Yeah, he looked good. Yeah.
Orlando Bloom. I haven't seen Orlando Bloom in anything since Pirates of the Caribbean. To be honest with you. Or hey. no, I'm sorry. He was in the Hobbits, I think.
He was in the Hobbits. Yeah, he's getting older.
Yeah,
he's older now.
He sure is. In case you didn't recognize him.
I know. Yeah. Then you have the only other person I do know in there is Djimon Hounsou, that plays his father.
Yeah,
Steve Martinborough. He's from Gladiator. He's from a lot of stuff.
Blood Diamond, Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's in Blood Diamond.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, he's a good actor. He's a B actor, but he's a good actor though.
What do you think this budget went on? Because it was $60 million. The budget was. I mean, the actors they didn't have too many A-list actors.
Well, you got to remember too the budget. Let's be realistic. We always forget about this when we do this. We always think it all goes to the actors. Well, it goes to all the stuff you're doing too.
Mm.
You know?
Oh yeah,
all the cars they use.
Visual effects, yeah,
probably to rent the cars out, to use the drivers, all that probably costs money. And they, I guess they were probably in some of the. I don't know if it was. They just said the Le Mans thing, but they might have been at some of those other tracks.
It sounded like they were, yeah.
Well, they were racing on other tracks. There's no doubt about it. Somebody was racing on those. It's probably just tracks out in the middle of nowhere.
And here's my thing, too. You think, I don't say, obviously it costs money, but, I mean, Nissan, that's ultimately like a sponsorship.
That's true, too.
So I'm sure they would love to give them all sorts of shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You think the real guy got paid for doing this, I would assume? So, Jan Martinborough, he probably got some money for his story, right?
Yeah. You did know the the big difference in that movie was, I don't know if you realized it, Jean, I don't want to, no, not his, I don't want to get his name, I want his real name. Archie Madekwa, that plays him, is 6'4".
Really?
Did you read, he's 6'4". Guess how big the real guy is? They had a lot of problems with 5'9".
Really? Huh.
Yeah, they had a lot of problems. You don't have 6'4" drivers racing, okay?
Well,
so that's fallacy.
That's funny you say that, because he said that he did a lot of the stunts, too, for the movie.
Yeah. They had a lot of problems because he's so big. Those cars, let's put it this way.
They're small.
You're not fitting in the car.
No.
Neither am I. No. It'd be like putting Chloe in there, pretty much. Just gonna put it, or Stella. But, those cars aren't big enough. But they had a lot of problems with that because of his height. But I don't know why I loved him in it. I thought he played great in it. But I just didn't understand they couldn't find somebody else to play the part. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know. I hate to sound, I don't want to put you down. I didn't really care for him, Archie, the main character.
Yeah.
He seemed kind of dull at times.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the character he was playing.
Yeah, but if you look at the guy though, did you see in the end they show them all and stuff?
Yeah, he did.
He looks like he's pretty a quiet kind of guy. So maybe that's the way he was, So, I love the way they filmed it though. They made it like a game.
That was probably because like I said, I'm kind of somewhat of a gamer, and you kind of are too.
Yes.
That was probably the coolest thing about this, where it's almost like he's sitting at his game, and it puts him right in there with all the little parts and stuff. The visual effects were unbelievable in this movie.
Oh my god! I used to play those racing games. I had the steering wheel, the pedals, and everything.
I didn't have any of that, but I definitely had a few Need for Speeds. Yeah. It's crazy what the evolution of gaming has come to now.
Oh, it's unbelievable. That's worldwide, and that's real. You know that, of course. Although any game that they make, they have those tournaments for it. Any game.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't matter if it's Call of Duty, any of them. They have big games. That's a big money thing.
You did get a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's just.
Oh yeah.
I remember the first time playing online. I think it was you guys came over, and I think Johnny hooked it up or whatever. I was playing Mortal Kombat online.
Yeah.
And it was no other interaction. It was just trying to find the opponent, and then that was it. You just played each other, and now you play another player. And now it's just it's crazy how huge it's gotten.
Oh, it's insane.
And now a lot of time it's a lot of the hardcore gamers are all on PC now.
I know they're.
Johnny built his computer from the ground up, and I haven't seen it, but I'm sure
Oh,
I know beautiful. He put a lot of money into it, but
yeah, it's really nice. And remember, the PC now, you can play a lot of the Xbox games on there.
A lot of them are cross-platform now.
They're cross,
yeah.
Which is genius when you think about it. It's
really absolutely. Yeah, I don't know why they had the first. I don't know, maybe the technology or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But this movie was great. I loved it with the racing car. We don't realize the difference between. We do realize from playing video game to going and really getting in the car. I mean, and he was right. I like what Harbour said in it. Jack Salter said, which we know is a. I'm sure you read it. Is a what do you call it? It's just a fake.
Yeah, he said it's not a real bunch of people.
Yes, supposedly it was based on. Where is it here? I had the names. I had a couple. Oh, it's basically by real life, inspired by real life figures such as Ricard Davila and Gavin Go. I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
But, so I guess that's what it was. But I like how he talked negative to all of them to let them understand it's real. So
I mean, there's something to be said too, because obviously, it's like me playing Madden. Okay, just because I'm an expert in playing Madden doesn't mean it's going to translate to the real world. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to throw on a set of pads and throw 60-yard touchdown passes like I just did.
Or you're going to be a coach.
Yeah, or even right. It's not to be said. Even a coach. I don't even know if coaching is different. You got guys that coach for years in real life and still haven't really been that successful.
Exactly,
but this is also racing, so it's a little bit different. So I guess certain video games. You ever watch the show Black Mirror?
No, I never did.
That's
a show or
it's a show.
A series or
it's a show. It's a wild show. It's because what happens is there's only a few episodes each season, but it's each episode is different.
Okay.
It's like its own episode, and it's all about technology and how it's evolving.
Really?
Yeah, you guys should really watch it. So again, some of the episodes are hits. Some of them there's a few that are misses, especially in the early in the early season.
It happens.
But one of the episodes is the guy who plays not Hawkeye, Falcon.
Falcon, yeah.
Yeah, what's his face? I forget his name. But basically, he's in it, and it's like its own episode. So him and his buddy, the game basically you put this these little contacts on, and it puts your body into the game.
Cool. That's
so
wild.
You're able to hit, and you're able to feel the punch, like he's playing a fighting game.
Oh, that's messed up.
So he's able to feel the punches and the fighting, and basically feel the character. And it gets crazy too, because what ends up happening is his buddy that is playing with is a female character. So they basically end up having sex with each other in the video game.
Really?
And so
that's crazy.
Because you can, again, he's feeling everything. The one guy's feeling everything that a woman would feel, and it's crazy weird because they try to they meet up out, and they basically kiss and try to see how they almost not love each other, but they I wonder if this translates. It's a wild show, but that's a really cool. It shows you technology and everything. It's very interesting. Look it up. Black Mirror. It's on Netflix.
That sounds really good. I like that.
But anyways, I'm trying to think of what else here.
That accident was real.
That was a wild accident, huh? How he
flew. Yeah, what it says is
it was a freak accident, right? He just flew up.
Well, what it says is I'm just reading this because this is the way you're gonna figure out what happens.
Yeah.
It says just as the car catches ear. Remember, he was going up a thing too. He was going up a hill.
Yeah.
Hill. And cartwheels over the fence and into the crowd in the Gran Tourismo movie. That is precisely what happened in real life. It does happen. It's the real life incident was impossible to predict and wasn't anybody's fault. Gran Turismo dramatizes the event slightly. Of course, you got to make it a little exciting. But that was real. And how about the German guy burning up? He hit the thing and he survived.
Oh, I know.
His car was totally in flames, and he survives. He gets out of it. Those suits are all, what do you call it? They're probably asbestos, them suits anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing with the crashes. They survive. I know.
Hey, did you? Something I watched the other day. I was watching the Daytona 500. I never really paid attention to because they have inside cameras on every car now.
Oh yeah.
And there's a big accident near the end. Okay. And the first thing you do is this when you're driving.
I noticed that too. Yeah, you roll
because it'll snap your wrist, the steering wheel.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I mean,
he does it. Did you see him do it?
Yeah, I was gonna point that out because I noticed that he did that, but I didn't quite. I imagine it was because just by his wrist or his body.
Yeah.
If your body's all hurled up, maybe you're just less prone to other injuries.
Because the steering wheel will. One guy, I was watching it in Daytona, and the accident, it just started, and he's trying to get out of the way, and the steering wheel, you could see he hits his wrist. He almost snapped his wrist off, and then he puts his hands like this and just lets the car do what it's going to do because it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah,
but I never knew that. I had no idea.
There was definitely a lot of interesting notes about the whole movie and stuff. Like, did you know? I had to look it up too. Because again, he logged all this training time on the computer, or I don't know, it was I think it was PlayStation. Is he playing on
PlayStation? Yeah,
I thought it was. Yeah, because it had the PlayStation logo.
Insignia, yeah.
He logged all this time and basically just knew the car from start. You know what I mean? Knew everything about the car. He says that the brakes were glazed. Yeah. Because I had to look that term up because I wasn't quite sure what it meant. Did you know what it meant?
I kind of understood it, but I didn't. They overheat.
Yeah, so basically it just says when the temperatures exceed the brake pad limits.
Right.
So I guess it's just they overheat. I had to look. I figured that was kind of what it was, but it had me wonder. I had to look it up. But yeah, he knew inside and out. He knew the tracks inside and out.
Yeah, because the games are so realistic. They really are.
Yeah.
They really are. The games are so realistic. I mean, except for living and dying, of course.
Yeah.
You reset it, you play again. But so what happens was what they probably did is they changed the brake pads on it to something different. So it would handle the heat. Yeah, and they glazed up so it wouldn't kick in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here's something I read. It says the GT Academy. This isn't from that. I found a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
The GT Academy alumni had performed admirably compared to their professional teammates, but were badly let down by ill-conceived cars. This is near the end. It was an embarrassing episode for Nissan, and Cox leaving the company, which is played by Orlando Bloom, in October 2015, soon after Nissan pulled the plug on the GT Academy. So, as time went on, I guess he races in Japan now most of the time now. So.
Danny.
Jan.
Jan.
He races in Japan. Yeah, and you realize he didn't win that race, right?
A little about Le Mans.
He didn't win it.
Really? Oh,
he came in third, guys. You can see. Did you see the platform? There's this tier, that tier. He's on the bottom. Listen, but to make the movie more dramatic, I found this too. The writers made the 3 Le Mans winners consisted of Martinborough and 2 other fictional runners-up. Mm-hmm. It was an embarrassing episode for... I'm sorry. The victory still looms large. To this day, this is him talking. That Le Mans trophy is the only one in my room, says Martinborough, who today races largely in Japan, but it's for 3rd place.
Really?
But he made the podium, though.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. And that's something to be said, too, about... a lot of those guys are racing from when they're not young, obviously, because they can't drive at probably racing since 16 to 18 years old.
Oh yeah,
they all got years of experience, and he was young. I don't know did it say how old he was?
I think I was trying to figure it out. I think he was 23 or 24, something like that. Yeah.
So he was on.
He was older than what you thought he was at home, living home. I mean. Yeah. He wasn't 18 or something. No, he was older than that. He was 21, 22, I think.
So, a lot of those guys, again, they played the one German guy had, he was older. He had years of experience.
Yeah. Oh, you could tell just by looking at him, yeah. And how many people raced in that Le Mans and never went on the podium? That were experienced players, and experienced guys. So
they probably raced every year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I like the way they did the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, like the game.
They play a little tune, boop. The first second. Yeah,
that is cool.
Yeah, no, it was very cool. Again, it's like they put you in the game. I don't know if I've ever played any of those Gran. I feel like I have.
No, I played Need for Speeds. Yeah, I played
Need for Speeds.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I guess the screenwriter of the show, Zach Balin.
Yeah.
He cited Rocky and Top Gun as his influences.
I saw that too. Yeah.
That makes sense, though. It's kind of like a what do you call it, story.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see what we got here. And of course, Orlando Bloom's character is true. It's Danny Moore is inspired by real life Darren Fox. So, let me see what else we got here. Let me see what I had here. This is some of the stuff I dug up.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. I mean, I got a few other stuff about just I guess personal, some of the behind. We could talk about
there's other things.
Things we could talk about besides his. It seemed like it took him a while. And again, I don't know how true is his real life. That his father and his family finally got on board. Towards the end of the thing.
Yeah.
I
kind of. Well, how about when they're watching him on there and it gets into that accident?
Crash?
That's got to be messed up.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh yeah. Seeing it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's finally in there.
But what they said here is the Gran Turismo's GT Academy was inspired by a real program, but the movie takes creative liberties. John Marlborough was not the first GT Academy winner.
Gotcha.
The movie's retelling of Marlborough's accident differs significantly from real events. So it'll embellish a little bit. I mean, you got to make it for the movies. You know what I mean? You got to embellish a tiny bit here and there and move it around. A lot of work and preparation goes into all those races by many different people. People don't realize how much time and money.
You see, there's a whole crew of people. You got between owners and even the people in the pit crew.
And you wreck those cars. You know how much money those cars are worth. It's an insane number. That is a rich man's game. That's why companies own them. That's why. And you see how fast they go? 300-something kilometers.
That's wild. I don't realize they go that.
Yeah, they go real fast. They go faster than the Indy.
I was waiting too because we're talking. We saw the Le Mans. I was like, wait, I'm waiting for the rain to come. Yeah, there it is.
Was that insane?
Right on schedule. Didn't it rain in the Ford Ferrari movie too? In that race, I think it did.
Yes,
it
did.
I don't know, man. I don't even want to drive 40, 50 miles in the rain.
The rain.
Sometimes on the highway, the people just fly right past you, going 90 miles an hour. I'm like,
I don't understand. That was crazy. And those. Well, I think they changed the tires out because if you watch, they pit.
Yeah, absolutely.
The tires out.
Probably bald, I think, or not.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, the tires, whatever they use for the rain, I'm sure that's a different tire. I'm sure it is. There's something different. Did you ever? Now, those two movies I told you about, Le Mans, it's actually called, and Grand Prix were both 24-hour. Le Mans, Le Mans was. Grand Prix was something else, but you can only drive 14. I don't know what it was back then. You can only drive 14 hours.
Okay.
I don't know if you were listening to that. You can only drive 14 hours. You can't drive more than that. You
got
to drive 14 hours consistent.
Really?
Yeah. You're going around the track. But then you have another driver. That's what people don't realize.
Yeah.
The other driver goes in and continues your run, and then you finish off with the other guy. So
they had two other guys help drive too.
Yeah, Antonio drove it. I think that was his name.
And the other the other guy, the other favorite that he won by just very little.
So.
But I don't know how long did each one of them drive? Did they say? I don't remember.
I don't know. I think he drove the whole 14. He might have drove 12, and then he came back and finished the race. Well, you want your best driver to finish the race.
Yeah,
well,
that makes
contention.
Sense. Yeah,
but people don't realize try 14 hours. Well, I know what it's like. I drive to Connecticut.
We've all drive. Well, again,
hours. You have too.
We're driving. We drove 14 hours, but we're also driving. We're not driving 300 miles an hour or whatever.
I wish I was. I could get there in like 10 hours.
Oh my God, huh? Can you imagine? Hey, listen, they got the Teslas, and they got to be self-driving soon. You gonna buy one of those? Would you trust one of those Teslas to drive it, self-driving one?
No. I'd love to get an electric car, but let's put it this way: if everybody was here in Florida, like you guys and my kids and all that, I'd get an electric car because, you go 200 miles, you're there, and you come home. Yeah. But not going there. You only get like 300-something miles. I gotta pull over in electricity for 6 hours? I don't know. I don't know what it takes.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't want to do that. That's the only reason I'd never get one. But if I was just living around here with everybody, I might buy one.
I know.
But they're expensive. I ain't gonna throw
they are. They absolutely are expensive. Yep.
I tried to figure out when the first time they used comms. In other words.
Oh yeah.
Talking.
Oh, I don't know. That's the question.
Mid '80s.
Mid '80s.
For F1, I don't know about the rest.
That's got to be a game changer, huh?
In the '70s, they didn't have that in the '70s. Yeah. Those guys are on their own.
Yeah, no, it's got to be a game changer when you start using it.
Oh, big game changer, man! It's so different today. It really is. That's why you can't really from back then and now. It's hard to. The cars are better now. They do go faster.
Yeah.
The cars are better.
Yeah, very true. They go a lot faster.
They handle better. How about the steering wheel? I like that. It's cool.
Yeah, it kind of look almost like it almost kind of look like a controller.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. You see the middle of it too? It has numbers in it and everything.
Yeah.
The middle of it. Yeah. That's cool. Well, they can't get in the car with the steering wheel.
Yeah, because you can't. Yeah, I know. They got to put
There's
up
no room.
Yeah. I was reading in the fact in the movie too that he listens to those other songs, Kenny G and what was the other?
Kenny G. Songbird, I think it's called.
Songbird, yeah, and Kenny
G and what's the other one? I've seen it on the screen 100 times.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
Kenny G, the soft sounds of
Kenny G.
I was like, this is making me mellow, relax.
It's good music. Kenny G's good music. Yeah. He was saying, I guess he was. Despite Joshua Stradowski, the guy that plays Nicholas Kappa.
Yep.
Yes. The idiot.
Uh-huh.
In the other car.
Oh, I know. Yep.
Having only a brief role as Nicholas Kappa, the real Jan Martinborough praised Stradowski for perfectly imitating his old racing rival, as well as every other Kappa that he ran into during his racing career. So the point I'm making is he said he did a really good job at playing that part. He was good.
Destroys him at that dinner. He's like, you never has been or.
Oh my God! How about when he crashes the car, the Kappa guy? He does that big move, remember?
Yeah.
And the guy slides in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh my God! That
he gets in his face. Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. And don't forget, let's not forget Darren Barnett as Matty Davis. He played a good idiot in the GT Academy.
Yep.
A good.
Yeah.
You always got your people that are you got to have your not bad, but people that are want to see you not win. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Let's see here.
The Tokyo scene was pretty cool. I like that. I like when you went to Tokyo.
Wasn't it? That's one place I'd love to go. Not China. I would never go to China.
No.
But I wouldn't mind going to Japan or something like that. That'd be pretty cool to see Tokyo, the city.
I can imagine the food and everything. Have you ever had sushi? No. Do you have any ambition to try it or no?
Well, I like crab meat and stuff, but I never tried it. If I would get the crab one.
You got to know. I just started getting it. You got to know what to try first. Like you start out with like the cooked stuff. Right. I try to get my mom, but she would.
Because I love seafood.
But you try with like the shrimp. The shrimp avocado rolls are good. You try it, or even crab.
Is that cooked already?
Yeah, that's all cooked. Yeah, the shrimp is cooked. You try some of the cooked seafood, the cooked rolls, like the sushi rolls. Right. And then once you start liking it and developing a taste for it, then you can kind of venture out into like some of the raw stuff.
Are they spicy at all?
You could get them spicy. Yeah, they could be kind of depending on what's in it. But no, it's not spicy. And then even too, if you don't really like the taste of seaweed, you can go like Casey will get like they call them like soy paper, so it's like a different type of way they or a different set of the seaweed. But it's very good. There's a lot to it. There's a ton of different.
Well,
rolls.
I work in the meat department, guy. He makes it every day. The guy fresh, right?
Really?
There. I watch him make it. Yeah. But I never had any of it though.
Yeah,
he makes it every day. They make it from scratch.
Yeah,
really, it looks.
I know.
It looks good. I would try probably the crab meat. That's what probably I would try. I love crab meat. Yeah.
Go ahead, but
hey, you know where I went that I've never been there before?
What?
Chipotle.
You went to Chipotle for the first time?
I'm not a Mexican person.
Yeah,
I call it Mexican.
What'd you think?
The only thing I didn't know, I'll tell you why I didn't like it. It was ice cold.
Really? Ice cold.
They show you on. You ever see the commercial?
Yeah.
They're chopping it up. It's hot. They put it in a plate and they put it in a tin. We put it in a tin for. I got the whole thing. I bring it over there. It's warm at best. It was,
costs too. It's not.
I didn't think it was that good. I wasn't impressed.
It's not. It's not that cheap. It's okay. Honestly,
yeah.
I've gone with Moe's. This was like the other alternative. It's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, try that.
And Moe's is
try
like,
something different.
I know up here they give you like extra like chips for free.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We got Moe's too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's. I guess you're really. It's for the customization. You can get whatever you want. I mean,
no, I know.
It's okay. A lot of people love it. I think I'm like, it's all right. I mean,
it's all right. Yeah. If it was hot, I think.
Yeah.
You know, if they make it fresh and put it in the thing, I think I would have enjoyed it. But
yeah, you had the bowl of it, right? And you just put it all
I had the bowl.
Yeah.
I said I'll take the chicken. You know, with this
first and last time for Chipotle, right?
Exactly. I'd rather would have taken it home like that and then heat it up a little bit.
That defeats the purpose, but
yeah, well, it does. Sure. We did ask. Remember, we were talking about where they did film this.
Yeah.
And I said many of the film's race sequences were shot with the Hungaroring in Hungary, standing in for various different circuits. So that's. I'm not going to read the rest of it, but that's basically where they must have shot a lot of those scenes. Because I was just wondering where they shot them.
Yeah.
And I guess they made some cameos, the parents and stuff in the movie.
Yeah.
They were cheering, I guess, in that.
Maybe that's where most of the money went to too. Is I'm looking at even on IMDb, it shows you all the locations they filmed in Dubai, Hungary, Germany.
Yeah.
So
I think there was a lot more. They just couldn't do it, and I'm serious. I'm probably the Olympics. Maybe they're building. Maybe that spot where Le Mans is, they're going to be doing something there. I don't know. That's the only thing I can figure. And it was off. In other words, it was off.
Yeah.
What do you call it? You couldn't.
All blocked off. Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah.
What else you got? I think we talked about most of the stuff.
We talked about this. I guess the real, you said it, was used as a double in certain scenes.
Yeah, the real guy. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of the earlier scenes, I kind of liked how they did like the tryouts where they started with like 10 people and then they eventually just cut one at a time and they're doing all these drills and stuff and they're running and stuff.
Well. You ever see those guys? Those guys that are racers?
They're in good shape.
Great shape.
Yeah.
You have to be, man. You're sitting in the car for even in a regular race, you're sitting in the car for 2 hours going 200 miles an hour. You got to be. Your body's got to be there, man. You can't be.
You can't. Well, that's the thing is that you really can't get out. Like you're driving. I mean, you and me drive back and forth to Florida. We're stopping. We're trying not to stop, but eventually you got to stop for gas. So what's the longest you think you start at Florida, right? Where's your first stop? Georgia?
Well, let's put it,
maybe.
Let's put it this way. If I didn't have to go,
get gas.
Here's a perfect example. I'll give a better example.
Yeah.
When I had the RV,
yep.
There's a bathroom in the RV.
Yeah.
So we don't have to stop.
Yeah.
So I could drive that. I'm just saying that RV's a lot to drive, but I mean I could drive probably to North Carolina. I could do 7-8 hours in RV, no problem.
Without stopping?
That's not stopping. No.
Really?
With gas, you got.
Okay.
Remember, you got 75-gallon tank. Yeah. So that's the best example. With a car, you get lazy, but I could drive probably if Linda didn't. I'm just saying. If we didn't have to stop to go to the bathroom, I could probably drive right to almost North Carolina, no problem.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a good step. So that's what 7 hours.
About 7 hours. Yeah. So
that's still a long time. And then they're driving. They're driving.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Usually on the way back, I drive most of the way.
Really?
Until Linda drives about 3 hours, but that means I'm driving 12 hours, 13 hours myself. Yeah.
And that's the thing too is like you want I know when I drive, it's like I gotta have like a coffee or a water to kind of keep me hydrated. Keep me awake, but keep me kind of music. Podcasts be nice too.
There you go. And then we do the presidents, all the presidents. So
you try to play games to keep it. Yeah, these guys.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
keeps your mind going. That's why before you know it, you're there. Because a lot of the ride is boring. As soon as you get into the Carolinas, it's all straights.
Yeah, I know.
But, yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. So, but it was very good. I loved the movie. I thought it was very well done. Yeah. Acting was great. I loved it. I just thought it was good. It was pretty cool. Good. I like the way they did the whole thing. Remember they told them one thing though before we go. They told them when they're in the cars, it's twice as much as the spaceship going up. The G's when it pulls away. Do you see their heads go back?
Yeah, flat back. Yeah, the G-force.
He had no idea.
I didn't either. To be completely honest with you, I didn't know either.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane.
All right, well, let's do the reviews then. Because you kind of already kind of mentioned where you're kind of going with it. So you said you want to go first.
What was the IMDb on this?
IMDb, I think, was 7. I wrote it down too. 7.1. 7.1.
Okay. Well, I thought the cast was good for the game, for the movie.
Yeah.
I call it a game. It's kind of like a game. I thought the idea was really cool, but it's a true story. So it's an idea, but it's a real story. Really.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty cool to find a race driver. I thought that was a weird way to do it, but that way. What'd you say? 7.1? You said?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Everything else is pretty good. It was good. 2 hours and 14. I didn't think it was too long. They had to cover all the racetracks and everything.
Yeah.
The accents were cool. I hate to say it, but they were.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a. Let's see. I'm going to give it a 7. I'll give it like a 7.3.
Okay.
It was good. Yeah. It's hard with the racing movies because they're all, it's hard to compare a lot of them,
Yeah, you're right.
I thought Rush was better, I did. Rush is real. Rush is real, yeah.
Rush, Rush, I gave it Rush a 9. You gave Rush an 8.5.
Yeah, there you go. Well, perfect example. So 7.3 is for me. On this. A little higher than what they did.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go a little under where you're at. Is I guess for me, I wasn't a big fan of. I thought the other guy was kind of boring. Jan.
Right. Jan. Yeah.
So I wasn't a big fan of him. I thought it was a little too long for my taste. The final scene was really, really cool. Everything with the visual effects was unbelievable.
It really was. It was very well done. Very well done.
But I'm gonna go a little lower. I liked Orlando Bloom. I liked what's his face? David
Harbour.
Yeah.
David Harbour, I should say.
I think it's. I'm gonna go like 6.5. That's just.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't watch it again, but again, that's my opinion.
No, I know.
So I put the poll up a little early this week. I normally put it up a little bit later. We had Moneyball. No, I'm sorry, not Moneyball. Hardball versus the greatest. I've got to pull it up here. Versus For the Love of the Game.
For the Love of the Game.
That's with Kevin Costner, right?
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner's in a lot of baseball movies, huh?
He is. Yeah.
Have you seen those movies?
I've seen Hardball.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure For the Love of the Game I've saw.
Yeah.
I just been a while.
So it was close, but Hardball actually won it out because on Instagram I put the poll up and all the votes were for the Love of the Game. So
okay.
So, but Hardball is the next movie starring Keanu Reeves, Diane Lane, and the Cucumbas. I remember.
Cucumbas.
I think this might put a tear down for one of us because I remember. But Hardball it is.
Good. All right, and look, take a look at this. Watch, I'm going to bring it up and let you see. Watch. Tell me who that is. You'll see him. Wait.
Thanos, huh? Wow. I can't.
That's just the beginning of it. It's about this high. It's going to be.
Really?
When it's done, it's all this and then painted. That's the head I just did. That was it.
That's crazy. For everyone listening, he's showing me a 3D printer because you haven't really made anything in a while. Have you?
Oh no, I've made tons of stuff.
Really?
Don't worry, I'll give you.
You haven't showed me much, but yeah, you showed me a small little head of Thanos.
I've done Daisy and Mickey, Minnie.
Really?
I've done all Donald. Oh yeah, they came out beautiful.
That's funny.
I'm really getting pretty good, and I'm doing an MP5 right now.
Are you really?
Machine gun. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool.
Careful with that.
Not real.
Not real.
Can't take it on the plane.
No, that's for sure.
You go to jail. But yeah, that's the part of it. There's two more parts to that. His thing and then the stand.
Yeah.
It should be about this high. So
that'll come out cool.
Yep.
Anything else you got before we head out?
That's it.
Everybody, enjoy your Easter, and or if you don't celebrate, enjoy your weekend. So, all right, that's the ball game.